This video is proudly sponsored by DigimonCard.io for all your Digimon card, deck building, deck list, card pricing, and discussion needs. Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video, and today we have the re-upload of the Digimon CoreTCG webcam regional that happened this past weekend. It was super fun, and I really appreciate Core letting myself and Brian do it, and shoutouts to Brian for letting me put it on my channel, and also for being the man in the chair for the entire stream. I really do appreciate it. So there should be timestamps in the description, and it should be the first match from every round that we covered, and that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If they have something to suspend their Shivamon every turn, they can just slowly pop the security that can have like nasty options like Fly Bullet and stuff without actually activating it either. But if you swing into security with Shivamon, you should still be able to it still will activate the option cards in security, I believe. I haven't played against a lot of Shiva, so I don't know the fringe rulings like that. Looks like we started, so just a Vegemon down for Justin, and then going into a Ginkakumon promote on top of a Gobumon for Kevin there. Using a Davis Tamer, which is really interesting, only finding another Vegemon and putting a Mimi and Megadeth to the bottom. Raising the promote, going to 3 memory, and swinging with it. And it does die, so you get to use Gobumon to draw 2, discard 1, and then Demimare to draw 1, discard 1. So Fly Bullet there, so 1 of your 7-cost options in your trash. And looking for a second card, a Happy Bullet Showering, so 2, level of 7 cost there to make your Beelstar cost 10 right now. And just playing an Eismon, passing 1, then 3 with Davis. Eismon is such a good card. It did get the kind of nerf with the... sorry, this is the... I always get them confused. Which one's the scatter mode and which one's the not scatter mode? Yeah, so that's the scatter mode. So when it dies, you get to draw 3, discard 2. And then the Eismon itself got the thing. And there's the Shivamon that we are a little bit afraid of. So... yeah, no option cards there already for Kevin on this. See, going to a Psychemon there. Yeah, and I believe that Davis is just to like draw more searches, right? And spoilers, we did see a Megadeth, so it would be able to help you play that Megadeth too. Swings in with Eismon, looking at drawing 3, discarding 2. So 2 option cards that obviously you can't play right now anyways. And going into Viomon there for 2. And probably a hard cast of something. I don't know. You don't... what's underneath? Is it Pismon underneath the... yeah, so you have to... oh, just okay, interesting. Playing the mat to pass 4, so you have your own 3-tamer up. Shivamon unsuspends, you trash the top part of your security stack, and it is a Beelstar, which is not too shabby. I believe... let's see. Let's see, going into the Pulsemon in raising. Now, to have the effects for Shivamon's option cards, you have to have all of your Digimon suspended. It doesn't count the raising area, but you do have to swing or have some way to rest your Shivamon. And going into the Veggie for 1. Now, I don't think there's a way to boost it past its 12k either. So if it would have swung into a 12k or higher, it just dies, and then you can start using your option cards again next turn. doing the think. 3 memory. 3 memory for Justin there. And that's kind of the thing too. So, okay, ooh, interesting. Playing the Digimon Emperor. So when your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon is deleted, you can suspend this to trigger draw 1 on all turns. And then from there, you get to, when your opponent's level 3 moves from his breeding area to bow, you get to gain 2 memory. So not going to happen there, but you do get to go. What option card did he play? He should be at 3 memory with the mat, right? Right? Shouldn't he be at 3 memory? And I think he played the... I cannot pronounce the card because it's sure if I can try to. I think he played the Salmon Santi. So for 1, you can spend 1 to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Your opponent can't card suspend with this effect can't unsuspend until the end of the next turn. But you still have had 3 memory, right? Because the Digimon Emperor is only if it's a level 3 moves up, and it was a level 4 for Vilemon. So I think there was a small error or miscommunication on that guy. All right, so Digisorption for Argomon there for free. Oh yeah, and they needed to trash security too. That is correct. But that's definitely on Justin to call that. And not to say intent or anything, but yeah, if I was playing against Justin right now, I'd totally forget, oh, I need to trash top card security because I'm not used to the matchup. All right, hidden potential discovered. Go into another Shivamon. Two of them out at the same time is pretty rough. All right, green memory boost. Oh, finding another one. And like I don't even think like a hard pass. Yeah, hard pass is to go just to keep them both suspended. Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for Kevin. He's taking 2 damage next turn unless he can Digivolve up, which most of these Beelstar decks do not use a card like that. Now, imagine if like a Happy Bullet Showering or Jolt Swarm, or sorry, yeah, Happy Bullet Showering went off right now. It'd pop both at the same time, I believe, if they have the same sources and have the same attack. Yeah, but thinking they're going into Dracmon there, drawing 1. The Digimon Emperor is such a good card for Beelstar too. Going to Scatter Mode for 2. And your opponent's going to start with at least 3 memory, if not 5, if they want to pop the memory boost. Yeah, do you just swing with Vilemon? Do the damage. You go down to 1. And it's a Tentomon, so you're fine. Now, this does give something free for your Shivamons to swing into. But yeah, he needs to remember to ask to trash the security. All right, well, he did it this time. Scatter Mode and Ghazi. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. He should be at 1 security right now. All right, Shiva probably swinging to pop the Vilemon, which is correct. When then Argomon gets to play the Pulsemon from hand for free. And he gets to draw a card from Digimon Emperor. So you pop something a level 5 or lower. Going to Vegemon for 1. Probably need to swing with the other Shivamon 2. And if it's a fly bullet, you're in a bad spot. Or not a fly bullet, oh, okay, never mind. Just Digisorption, which I think is safer. Yeah, and even just hard passing 3 here is fine. Yeah, okay, even better. All right, Terriermon, Pulsemon, Kabuterimon, and another Terriermon. So probably the Terrier. Yeah, and you've got 3 memory to try to win here. Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason that they're running so many searchers. Yeah, just let's just go to game 2, and I think that makes sense. And yeah, it really is like, yeah, if you see your Shivas, you're in a good spot, and that's why they're running so many green memory boost, and also like the blue Davis, just to see it, just to find there. Yeah, and definitely if the Shivas are found, Beelstars can have a hard time. But also like you have to not only find your Shivas, but you also have to be able to see the cards for your option cards too. Like to be able to get your Shivamons in rest mode properly. Because sometimes you'll have to just swing into with Shiva to make sure it's rested at the end of the turn, which can hit into a fly bullet, which can hit into a happy bullet showering, can hit into so many things that this purple deck has ready for it that you have to be careful about it. All right, and they are going through the process. I would probably guess you probably want to go second if you're the Beelstar player. I think in general, I was talking to Primitive the other day on our stream. I think that going second is, especially in a no mulligans format, is just the better of the two. I think that is just so much better for most decks. Just seeing that extra card and knowing that you'll probably have 2 or 3 memory to work with most of the time because of how everything's working. It's very easy to get your play started and everything. Not being able to attack first technically is totally fine. Let's see. Okay, but deciding wanting to go first, interesting. So Gabu there into the same opening as last time with the promote in the raising area. And just hard casting of Vegemon. So here it is. Here's our best or no mulligan strategies. There's just a Vegemon hanging out. Now, if you want, you could fly bullet or do something crazy. But yeah, swing 6K, hitting into a green memory boost. Not great, but something. And analog for 2. You get a Gabu or Beelstar, making the think. having the Goblin to hand, having 2 there for your Beelstars. And if you could just hardcast a Beelstar right now if you wanted to. Doing Deathclaw for 1 to pop this, to pop the Vegemon, that's very, very good. And so passing 1, getting the draw 2, discard 1, and then draw 1 more, and go from there. And putting Kakata's Breath. So that's a really good sequence of plays. All right, so popping the green memory boost to play another one. That's very funny. Finding a rookie, which is nice. Going Tentomon there. Into probably a Veggie. Yep, into another Vegemon, passing 1 again. Gabu into a missed memory boost. So you get to discard the top 2. And then draw 1. And then it's your opponent's turn. Now, I can be wrong, and chat can correct me. For the memory boost or just cards with the delay in general, you should be able to. You can still pop them with delay even with Shivamon out. Is that correct, or is that wrong? Well, looking at top 4 for anything, finding a Pistamon. Okay. Cool. Cool. Awesome. That was my assumption, but I appreciate the chat backing me up on that guy. And going to 0 with that Davis and just hard casting another Vegemon. So this is the issue I was talking about earlier, that yes, of course, like there's a lot of good things in this matchup for the Shiva player, but if you're not able to find your pieces, then you are I don't know. I feel like Shivamon is just so inconsistent by itself. So swing with Gabu first, hitting into a Mimi. So Gabu lives, very funny enough. Mimi doesn't do a lot, but it does something. Now you could, okay, popping it to add with Calling Darkness to add a Draco and another Gabu. And looking like they've kind of decided, you know what? They can't do a lot of... There's not a lot of defense in this deck, right? There's a little bit, but there's not a lot to stop you from just like rookie rushing out, maybe. So maybe just hard casting the Dracmon going from there. But yeah, getting some really weird security hits for this. So yeah, with the cards that are in there now, you could do a pretty cheap Beelstar. So you have, I believe, 6 in there, 5. So Beelstar will cost 7. So you can pop the boost to make your opponent only have 3. And I believe there's only 3 security left for Justin too. I don't know what the best... All right, just Dracmon for 3. I don't know. I feel like you should use your options while you can. Oh, getting the Deathclaw. Okay. Popping that. Go to 2. Probably using the Deathclaw to pop the Dracmon. Yep. Or to pop the Veggie. Yep. Going down to 1. And then playing a rookie, perhaps, if you have an extra one in hand, or... Oh, Beelstar. Interesting. So Beelstar probably for Nailbone. So she passes 6 using Nailbone. And probably playing, yeah, the Promote and I guess a Goblimon probably. Yeah. And so those are 3 swings coming in next turn. We also know we have the Goblimon in hand for raising. Though passing 6 is a lot. And so if they have that Shiva, they can get it out and prevent option card stuff, but that doesn't really do a lot. Using the Digisorption there for Pistamon. And they're also able to tap their Mimi to get another rookie out if needed. All right. Okay, hidden potential discovered to go into Shiva. Interesting. Interesting. And so that is Extramon. So when Digivolving, you can suspend one of your Digimon to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So everything is in suspension. Ooh, and the Megadeth for 5 to put the Beelstar back into hand. All right, well, that kind of does stuff. All right, well, Gabu there, like we said. There's another promote in hand too. Like next turn, you can just hardcast Gabu, go into promote. And you can, I mean, if you want to trade with Extramon, you can right now. There can be a lot of scary stuff. Oh, he totally forgot to do the Mimi last turn too. All right, going into the Flower Cannon, essentially, which is probably one of the best hits to do. You can't use Nailbone. If you got rookies to play them now. Yep, another Gabu for 3. And Eismon would be great right now. We're going to Vial there. 2. And then another, all the Goblimons are here. We found all of them. Yeah, so now we do have the option, if there's any like Santis in hand, that does something. Just hitting to a Lekmon there, so nothing too crazy. Going into Terriermon, which you can bring out with the Mimi, which is what is done. Going into Kabuterimon for 1, so that is 1 blocker now. However, you need to... All right, Shivamon will swing in, pop the promote. If Kabuterimon is not rested, you can still activate option cards. So doing the Pistamon there. Going into Blossom for free. And then going into, oh, Nidhogg. Woof. All right, that's probably the game there. That is rough. That is a rough play. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Yeah, now the entire board is clear. Now you can't do, you obviously can't swing in. You can't even, like, you can play your Beelstar if you want for a reduction, but you can't play the option card. Yeah, Eismon for 4. If you have any more rookies, you play them now. Missed memory boot. Oh, you can't. All right. Well, I know they can't hear me. I'm just trying to send out some vibes. But there is potential lethal on board right now. So you can use that when digivolving to suspend one of your Digimon to suspend one of theirs. You have to suspend one of your own, though, right? Yeah, you have to suspend one of yours first. Right? Come on, Justin. Oh, he's just giving up. All right. Okay. That's also fair. All right. And then we do have a Demimera going into a Psychemon. And then just hard casting the Godamon. What a good turn 2 play. Looking at top 3, finding an Aandroidd, a Purple Memory Boost, and a Candlemon. So choosing just one of the yellow cards from there. Choosing the Aandroidd and putting bottom 2. All right, going into the EX Metal Gray for 3. And then swing in with it. So it does have a boost there. Let me make sure. Yeah, it looks like it gets to pop the Godamon too, which is nice. Metal Greymon, it says, from the EX set. Yeah, when this attacks player, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4k DP or less. So very good for popping that Godamon, hitting a Gazimon, hard casting or using Nokia to hard cast the Agumon. Look at top 3 for a Greymon or Omni. And getting the Greymon to hand. And putting the Chimeramon and Greymon, or WarGreymon to the bottom. So already starting off pretty good. Just passing over 3. Moves up the Psychemon, which is 3k. So if the Agumon was in suspended, you could swing over it. Swinging that in. Hitting into a Nokia again. And having nothing, so. Then going to assumedly Digivolve into a Black Gato for 3, draw 1. And looking like you really want that Demimeramon to draw 1, discard 1. And then for another 3 going into Lady Dev, drawing 1, and then 2 for the effect, discard 2. Now it is an 8k, but I believe with the boost underneath the Metal Gray, you can just swing over the Lady Dev, which is kind of nice. You just kind of build your board from there. Hatching a Koromon. And just thinking on what to do. Since he didn't play an Agumon off the Nokia, to me that probably means he does not have another rookie to play off of it. But tapping 2 Nokias to go into the Greymon to essentially just gain a memory for free. Go up to 4. Because it makes the devolution cost 0 and then gains a memory for digivolving on top of. So going into the Metal Greymon for 3. Digivolve, so it should go to the trash, not back to hand. Yeah, there you go. And the Black Gato should still be in rest. Yeah. Cool. And swinging that, assumedly over the Gato. And getting the draw 1. using the effects. Dropping a chaos mode, which is nice. And you get your Agumon into your raising. Definitely looks like Kyle has like a close to max rarity version of this list. All right, swing with the Metal Gray 2 should be a 10k, hitting into another Chaos. So it does die. Yeah, of the two of them, I think the red-black one should have swung to the Gatomon, and then the red one should live. I mean, there is a little bit more potential to pop things like rookies with the Metal Greymon, the red one, but having red-black means that you do have more potential for the big boy to do things. But yeah, just playing a Gatomon, oh man, that is unfortunate. Looking at top 3, only getting an Aandroidd, and like you can just swing again and pop that Gatomon. So going into the Greymon in raising, you get to do another 9k swing, pop the Gato, bring them down to 2. And taking a sneaky peek, it looks like he does have the BlackWarGreymon in hand, and it looks like he is going to just go into it. Now, if you want to be super greedy, what you could do is you could swing with the Metal Gray. And oh, he doesn't have red sources. Let me make sure. I think it's right. Black sources is for the what's it called? Yeah, it's for tamers. Okay, so you only have red sources. All right, swinging in, hitting the purple memory boost. I mean, there's potential game next turn, depending on what gets hit. All right, cool. And then just playing a black Agu for 3, looking at the top 4. That's a hit, and that's a hit. So hitting the Metal Gray, only a single hit, but that's still fine. Unless he wants to Greymon, but it looks like not the case. The black Metal Gray is great, especially with the Greymon there, so you could potentially do Security Attack +1 with it. But there's obviously already lethal on board. So unless like you... there's not a lot you can do. Popping the boost to go to 4. Playing a Magna, maybe. One more time, baby. All right, well, draw 2. And what is the Metal Gray inheritable expansion set? It says your turn. If this Digimon has Machine or Dragonkin, its type gains Piercing. Gotcha. Because it does have Dragonkin. All right, let's see how good that security is. R, if you have like a hidden potential discovered. Or not hidden potential discovered, geez. A delicate plan. All right, going to Greymon for free to draw a card. Doesn't do a lot. Swing with the Greymon to let you draw. Oh, okay. Interesting. Chimeramon. You have 3 colors underneath. But you can't swing over with that. So Gatto's at 1K right now. Oh, and then you can just pop the Gatto again. Interesting. Deciding that he does not care for his security and he'd rather not end the game right now. But that's the security attack +2, dude. So if he does have a delicate plan hand, you can delicate plan next turn, put it on the BlackWar Grey, do all your swings, and then go from there. All right, and since you do have the BlackWar Grey inheritable underneath it too, you can start swinging over the Magna if you want to, and then you get the restand for both of them. Oh yeah, you put a red Greymon on top of black Gabu. You can't do that. That is very true. That is very, very true. You cannot do that. That is incredibly true. All right. I will say, not that it makes it any better. In the grand scheme, I think he definitely got this game won for sure. But yeah, that was definitely a legal play from that devolution. So we're gonna go to game 2, see if the Mastemon player gets a little bit of a better opening hand. And I think, yeah, it's just a lot of not good checks, especially with those Gatomon being able to, like, seeing Gatomon is great, but not only did they not get like good hits, but you also weren't able to find the pieces you're needing. But yeah, and the Gatomon just kept getting popped too from that Metal Gray. So yeah, but I think even the security for Luis was just not so good. And we are starting off to game 2. I would probably go second if I was Luis. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does have 5 in security, right? I'm going to say, yeah, it's just the sleeves are make it difficult. But I only counted 4, but I could have just skipped. There it is. All right. It sure does. They can't hear me, but it looked like 4, 100%. So I'm sure his opponent asked and clarified as well. Did the Mastemon player decide to go second? Or decide to go first? Okay, no. Getting the Koromon to Agu into Greymon for 2 to pass 2. Draw for turn. Going to another Psychemon. And then going from there. And just doing the Gatomon and raising too, which you can't pop it there at least. And if you already have the pieces you need, you can just do the entire combo off 1 memory. You pass your opponent 7, obviously, but you get a huge amount of recovery and a lot of extension from it. It looks like he's doing the same thing. You know what? I am afraid of my guy dying, so let's just BlackWarGreymon there. Pass to 3. And so that Greymon has plus 2k on attack. Ooh, Akari is nice. Pass it 1. It gets to draw a card, and it's a plus 2k. Or no, sorry. Yeah, it has blocker. Plus 2k on swinging if you have a Greymon in its name, and draws a card. Just playing the Agu for 3. That is the old art of the Star Deck one. So that those 1k boosts are secured. So pushing it up. So the play would be a Lady Devi on top for 1 to draw 3, discard 2. Then hard cast a Aandroidd to, oh, okay, for 1. Interesting. Interesting play. I mean, you could do an Ophanimon here too. Pop the Agu, and you get the security or the recovery as well. It's not great, but you're playing the game. You could also just hard cast like a different Lady Dev. Candle for 3. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Why push up if you're... Interesting. I am deadly curious to see what's in his hand now. Greymon for 2. And passing turn there. All right, so... Yeah, I'm very curious. Now, for 6 memory, you can go like into a Godamon, into like another Lady Dev, and then you can end of turn Mastemon still. Yeah, very curious though. Just a hard oh no, sorry. Okay, the Flame Hell Scythe for nothing. All right, you're raising up. Surprised he didn't swing with Candle, because at least you'd be able to bring the Candle back and do a damage. But maybe he's afraid of the advantage you'd be able to get the security. Like, I would have even potentially swung with the Magna to... You could, like, Hell Scythe to bring it back and recover 1. But then you also wouldn't have the DNA underneath. So doing that for 4, you get to pop either the Kari, which are the Candle, but you decide to go with Kari, which makes sense to me. And now can start swinging into things on the board. Now, you could... Okay, well... For passing your opponent 7, you put that BlackWarGrey probably at the top and this trash at the top. Yeah. Which is the shorthand of what they're doing now in passing 7. All right, so being very, very passive. And looking into it, yeah, I don't know. I think he thought his it definitely was the case of like, what do I leave in raising? Like, when is it safe to raise? When does my opponent not have an answer? And they had an answer, that BlackWarGreymon, even though passing 7 is rough. You get the Agumon there. Did you fall for 2, draw 1, or did you fall for free? So you draw 1. The Agumon for 3. Pass to 4. Look at the top 4. Well, you get a BlackWarGreymon back. And a Dragonkin, so you get both. Maybe Die Guy, but also he had the Kari on board at the moment too. Because you can't pop Magna because he's a 7 play cost, and BlackWarGrey only pops 6 or less. And going into Greymon for 2. And oh, all right, we have our own techs. So Catastrophic Blow to de-digivolve down to the to just rookies, and then pop the board too. So Psychemon and Raising. If you had a Gatomon, you play it now, but you do not. You just play a Magna, recover 1, go to 6, and pass 1 to your opponent. Just going into the Greymon for 1. Oh, for 2, and gaining 1 back. Yeah. And then if you can Chimera, you can. But like, it doesn't do a lot against. I mean, you can go all the way up to BlackWarGreymon if you want to. But then it doesn't pop anything on board. It just means that if they can't do anything with that Magna next turn, that you can start swinging over it. All right, and then the Metal for 3 to pass 3. But it does have blocker, which is a little important. Yeah, not a lot you can do right here. You need another Gatomon. You probably put it on top of the Psychemon to start doing your plays. Okay, but instead just doing that for 4, and then for 1. I mean, this does play Gato. That's true. But it just dies when you swing with the Metal Gray. There's a Mastemon. That's good. And a Salamon. So you get two cards. The Chaotic Ray goes to the bottom of deck. But yeah, of course. I mean, it just means that you have to swing with the Metal Gray. So if it dies, you get the benefit there. There you go. Yeah, and this is game 2. BlackWarGrey did get game 1. Yeah, but nothing really going on much for either. It looks like we saw that 2 of the tamers for Kyle had to be put to bottom of deck. And just still hasn't found any tamers since. Could obviously add a lot of benefit for this deck if you're able to find a tie right now. And just a hard pass for 3? Oh, no. Another... Wait. Oh, okay, sorry. It froze for me. Yeah, BlackWarGreymon to pop the Gato, passing 3. Okay, my apologies. I mean, so you can... How big is that BlackWarGrey? He's only 12k, and he has no way to boost himself underneath. So if you just play Mastemon right here, I mean, it's fine. You put a Gatomon in security, but it means that they can't swing over it with their Metal Gray, which is kind of nice. I don't think it's a bad play just to hard go into it. Yeah, looks like, yeah, okay. Into the fall down, which is still fine. You do get the recover, so you're at 7. It does have an Unleash. It would trade with the Greymon. Now, if they have another Metal Gray in their hand, they can just go on top of the Greymon to Digivolve and then swing over the... Oh, no, it can't swing into things. Sorry, it doesn't have the Metal Gray underneath it. It has just the EX Metal Gray underneath it. All right, well, that does that part of it. So you go down to 0, Digivolve. And then we do know he's got another BlackWarGrey in hand. Because he was able to find 2 off the hard casting the Black Agumon. He gives them thoughts. All right, just Nokia for 3 to pass 3, and any hard casting of Digimon right here. I don't know if this... Putting him to 3 is rough, especially with Black Gatomon right there. You can go into Lady Devi right now, and then you will have enough to just do a free DNA Digivolve with the Magda Angemon out there. So using the Agu looking top 3, finding a Agu with a hit, and okay, so he either gets the Greymon or the Metal Gray to hand now. Looks like he's going with the Metal Gray, putting the Greymon Agu to bottom deck. All right, draw for turn. Probably raising the Gato. Yep. Are we going to see Lady Dev? We are. All right, so this is in a really good spot then. So draw 1, and then draw 2, discard 2, discarding a Chaos. Okay, yeah, really good spot now. Yes, for sure. You know you have the Mastemon in hand, so going to the Mastemon, you're able to put the Chaos mode back into your security. Do you have to put it in... Look through it to see what else is in there. And then the Mastemon would be able to kill the Metal Gray, and the Chaos mode is able to pop the War Gray. Yeah, okay. This is a different game now. Yeah. Yeah, I think putting him to 3 that last turn was the mistake. I think just doing Metal Gray on top. Okay, and then for 6, you're able to essentially clear the board where you're able to minus 6k, bring back a Magna probably, unless you want Gato. Yep. And then the Gato from the Mastemon is able to pop the other Agu. Yeah, this is... All right, this is a game. And looking at top 3, you get only the Chaos Mode to hand, sending the Kari and the Defeat to the bottom of your deck. And that Mastemon is 15k with the Magna Aandroidd and Retaliation. Going into the Agu there. And thinking. I would almost, not to be too disheveled, I would hard consider, you know what, let's go to game 3. Just so there's a chance for it to end, because there's 16 minutes left in round. If you want to be able to not get a draw, you have to get to game 3 probably within the next 6 minutes. Doing some memory math in his head. Thinking. All right, gray for 2, but you can't put Greymon on there. Yeah, all right, we figured it out. All right, he can't hear me, but we figured it out. we have a judge watching, I think, now too, so that definitely helps. I will say I play the deck. I play BlackWarGreymon a bit, and it is tempting to just do the hard cast. Ooh, that Gatomon does not live ever. It just keeps dying, huh? Yeah, if we are on game 2 and someone won game 1, whoever won game 1 wins it. So if you're banking for the next 15 minutes, I guess 15 minutes plus time, that Mastemon can't win, you can do that. Swing with Chaos Mode, hitting into another Agu. Going down to just 3, which means that you can essentially, you've got game on board for next turn if everything lives, which isn't too hard to ask, though a Digivolve into a Magna does prevent some of that. Just a purple memory boost for 3, passing 1, looking top 4 for a whiff, a whiff, a whiff, a whiff, and a whiff. So nothing. Not a lot of cards left in deck either. So you could do some fancy stuff here. You can do a Chimeramon. You could also do like a... you can't go to Metal Gray, though. You're only passing 1. You could Chimeramon, give everything minus 3k. But is that enough to pop the Chaosmon on a swing? I don't believe so. Okay, well, there's some more. So this, okay, with that, you can Metal Gray for 2. And then you can Digivolve the Mastemon. Yeah, for... yeah. Okay. Interesting choosing that one, because you could have otherwise had Blocker. And if you're swinging with the other one anyways... yeah, I think you should put it on top of the other Greymon. It does have retaliation, so they do crash because of the Gato underneath. Draw 1, discard 1. Another one. And then Agu for 3, passing 3, then 2 more for the Gravity Crush, putting you to 5. All right, which is a ton of memory. And you can easily go into Mastemon this turn too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Popping that for 7. You could also just hardcast a Magna. So, okay, Gato for 3. Drawing 1. A Aandroidd for 1. Yeah, okay, go into the Masty for free, which will have security attack +1. And probably just playing a chaos mode. Yep, fixing the order. That is important, especially when de-digivolving exists. You want to make sure that the stack is correct. But this will let you clear the board. Mastemon will swing in security attack +1 as a 13k. And that will also set up potential lethal next turn. Yeah, because the Aandroidd inheritable. Yeah, he potentially had game if he wanted to be greedy. All right, and looks like it was a Wargray. I think this is the safer choice. And he's just scooping. Let's say, all right, we got 10 minutes now instead of 15 left in regulation time, but let's go to game 3. I maybe this is pessimistic of me, but I really do not like tying, and so I would rather let my opponent get the win than play for a tie. Maybe that's more of a sportsmanship than a competitor mindset, but additionally too, I recognize that there's a better chance to go. So I don't know if it's pessimistic speaking. Like, you know what? I think I'd rather have 15 minutes left on game 3 than potentially win this game and have only 5 to 10 minutes on game 3. Yeah, I agree. I think the scoop should have happened a little bit earlier, especially with how fat, like, BlackWarGreymon, if you are able to see your pieces and your opponent is not, you can easily win in like 10 minutes. So I think that he should have gone to game 3 a little bit earlier, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on this game 3. And they are shuffling it up. Mastemon definitely, I don't think it's necessarily slow shuffling, but I definitely would pile shuffle most of the time with Mastemon since it's so easy for this deck to clump up and everything else. And they're just saying how they want to cut it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and BlackWarGreymon saying they want to go second, which, again, I think going second is the popular pick most of the time nowadays. Going into the Candlemon, drawing 1, and just doing a hard pass for 3. Oh, he dropped a card, sorry. Oh, never mind. All right, hard passing 4. There we go. Okay. There we are. All right, not quick opinion from the chat. If you're on game 3, should it be a draw or should we count based on some remaining security? What do you think should be the factor? Do you think no draws is better on a security basis? Because then if that's the case, I think yellow hybrid does better inherently. Not only does it have a win for that, or and it has more security, or would you rather just no draws? All right, draw it is. All right, well, the system works then. All right, another Kari passing 1. Dang. I mean, if you recover, now you're getting 2 extra memory. Both players definitely playing a little bit faster now. All right, Greymon for 1, leaving the other one in raising. You could Metal Gray here, but it does nothing. So hard casting the Yagu sounds right to me. Playing for 3, that's a hit. And any of those are hit going into the Black War Gray, it seems, and just passing 3. Man, I do say like 10-minute game 3s are great for commentary. I love commenting because people are just like playing cards super fast. So swing with the Candlemon, getting the attack, swing into and hitting a something. I'm going to guess it died. Yeah, I think it was an Agu. Draw 1, discarding 1. Big think. So no Chaos Mind hand. Okay, oh, a Hex Scythe. Interesting. And then you could hardcast a Magna right now if you wanted to. You could recover 1, and it only costs 5 with the 2 Karis out. Yeah. It looks like that is the play. Yeah. Kari doing work, baby. And going from there. All right, I've opened the box of security control opinions. I think, all right, my quick one, especially since we'll probably talk more about it when we see a yellow hybrid. And I say when, because we're definitely going to see one at the top tables. Spoilers. But I think Jet Sophie at least should not recover past 5. And a lot of people say 3, and I guess that's fine too. But yeah, it does a lot. So swing with the Greymon, hitting into a nothing. Nothing's in there, so nothing happens. Normally we'll play a level 4 purple Digimon, but you got none of those in there. I don't know what I feel about having a security cap either. Maybe capping. I don't think 5 should be the cap though, because there's already a lot of decks that depend on you having more than 5. I think maybe like a cap of like 7 or 8 would kind of make sense. I don't know. All right, and then Nokia for 3. Play another Agu. All right. I mean, you're kind of ramping into being able to get that quick W if needed. Getting another Greymon. So see if you have Chimeramon in hand, you can go into that for free off top of the Security Attack +1 Greymon too. I think this is going to be a draw. We'll see what this ends up. Because we've got... Our clock is mostly accurate. Mostly accurate, I believe. So swing to pop the Greymon there. So there's a 6K to a 5K. All right, another Hell Scythe to pop the other Greymon. You get a Candlemon out for free. Yeah, baby. The value. And passing there. I think Candlemon's just a 2K. So if you have Chimeramon, you can clear the board right here. And I think the Greymon would trade. It'd be a 6K. Okay, well that would also potentially clear the board. So there, pop the Candlemon, swing over the the Aandroidd. And then you get to draw a card. You're at 0, which you will go to 3 anyways. I mean, you can Digivolve into Black or Gray, pop one of the Karis. But oh no, you can't because you don't have a black source. That's right. Oh yeah, you do. You do. It's the Metal Gray. Yeah. Oh, okay. Tie is probably better. Guaranteeing your 3. This also means with Nokia, you can guarantee going into your BlackWarGreymon with Security Attack +1 next turn. All right, Salamon, which means you don't have any purple sources anymore. Be careful of that. Do not play purple option cards right now. All right, you can again. And Lady Dev for... it doesn't matter. So it's going to go to 3 anyways. So you're just hard casting a Magna Angemon next turn away from going to Mastemon. And we do have a judge in the table too, so they will be able to let them know when it is time and we are going into turns. All right, Nokia going into... Ooh, this is the step 1. So you have Security Attack +1, and it does not check option cards in security. So it checks 4. No options. Okay, nothing. Nothing. No way. Yeah, it's big enough. And Gato. Dang. All right, so you're an Omni Blitz away from taking it. Oof. I think you swing. I think you got it still. And I believe this is going to be turn 0. All right, swing in. Hitting into a Gato, so it dies. Now, if you've got like a Magna Angemon in hand, you can clear board because we do have the Chaos modes in there. And just another Nokia for 3. And is there an Agu to hard cast from there? There is. So looking at top 4, you get the Greymon, and that is it. All right, and I believe this is turn 1 for Luis. Drawing. Pushing up. Now you can also just hard go into Masty here right now, and then you do get the 2 memory for it, for recovering something. But then you're not winning. Yeah, because right now you can hard cast a Magna Angemon. Okay, so there's Masty for 5. Uses the effect to recover by tapping the Karis to go down to 0. And then you have to recover something though first, baby. Yeah. All right, there he goes. And probably just the Chaos mode in there. Yeah. All right, and then you shuffle your security of 1. So Masty can swing over the War Gray, I believe. But then you are still dead on board unless you're able to pop the Agu or get another security in there. All right, and then you need to pop or recover, baby. Hellscythe would do both. It does. It does do the both. So you're able to, for 6, pop the dude, bring a Magna Aandroidd back and recover another one. Oh man, so close. Omni or Bliss would have been for game. All right, so I believe this is turn 2. Is that the Lady Debbie? Okay, so you have to do Greymon here. Security attack +1. Okay, that's not it. Because you could do security attack +1 Greymon. Then you go Metal Gray, swing for 2, de-digivolve the Mastemon, and then go into BlackWarGrey to pop the Lady Deb to restand. All right, so that is like kind of there. So de-digivolve there. You get to swing over it, draw 1. Yeah, at this point, it's just making sure his opponent don't win. Though I'm making a hard assumption that this is turn 2. This could be turn 1. All right, and then pop Akari. All right. Swing into security. Hitting Nagu, so you're fine. Yeah, and it's a draw. Whew. The blue card, which is ironically a white card, that one's probably just the best. Being able to search top 3 and then digivolve into it without paying its cost. Like it just looks like a really good consistency card. The green one's probably good too. We'll have to see. All right, so playing the Impmon and then hard casting the Gazi to pass for 3. And Aandroidd is doing his best. All right, doing the Agu there. And then just big boy popping it. Saying, I want my memory. And probably saying, you know what? I know that I'm playing against this deck. All right, hitting into a Greymon, so it dies. So first, using the draw 1, discard 1. Oh man. Shoutouts to Aandroidd for doing the best with what he's got. He has to like keep his hand on screen, so he's peeking from the left side, but then he has to move around. Like he's getting some cardio today. All right, and then hard casting an Impmon, discarding a Fly Bullet to get a Beelstar back to hand. Yeah. And I think there's like 3 or 4 option cards, at least 7 cost ones in the drop. And then just playing the Tamer there, playing the Marcus. It's like a bit of a slow start. All right, doing the I don't know why the sneaky peek makes me laugh so hard, but it does. All right, swing number 2, hitting into Chimeramon. And then calling Darkness for 0, because you don't have to pop something if you don't have it. Getting your 2 rookies back. And then 2 hand. Probably doing the Digivolve into Impmon there to draw the 1. And then playing the Matt for 2, and then Ghazi for 3 to pass 3. Yeah, I think, okay, I could be wrong, but I think Domestic only has a webcam, only has a phone. So I think he's playing off the phone, and he has to watch on the phone too to see what his opponent's doing. So that's why the setup's so interesting. All right, Metal Gray there. And there we go. All right, well, it looks super rookie rush right now. Okay, Digimon digivolving into the scatter mode. Swing with scatter mode. Hitting into a Nokia. So scatter mode just loves hitting tamers and security. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's just a 4K, but it lives so often. And yet my 12K level 6 swing just never lives. All right, hard casting the Agu from there. Swing with Impmon. Yeah, see, it dies from there, so you get to do the draw one, or sorry, mill 3 first. So a mat, a something else, and then another mat, and then draw 1, doing the sneaky peek. And discarding a Kakaitis Breath, which means you could potentially just hardcast a Beelstar right now if you wanted to. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd cost 8 to do so. All right, Ice Wall for 1. Interesting. And then hardcast another rookie, perhaps? Yeah. I mean, that doesn't do a lot, though, because if Metal Gray comes out next turn, you're able to play it for 3 with Nokia, and then you're able to pop both the Mat Tamer and the Impmon. I do like the blue tech in this deck, though. I do like the blue purple version of Beelstar. It has a lot of interesting like synergy with it, having like a Kai's Breath, Howling Crusher as well as a 7-cost option card. If you could run Ice Wall at more than 1, I bet you would. A lot of interesting things. Also, just for curiosity, I'm going to look at our round 1. Who did we have round 1? We had, yeah. How was Justin doing? There's the War Gray, so you can pop 2 things. Yep, so the Mat and the Impmon. Impmon looks at top 3, or sorry, Mill's top 3, so it's a Nail Bone, so that's another one. That's good. Let's see, Justin is currently 1-1. Our round 1 Shivamon player. So swinging in, popping the eyes, it's the restand. So even if you play the other eyes, you will be able to just swing into it again. Oh, but he should have lost 2 memory for it, right? But he gets the memory back. So, yeah. So he's at 1. Yeah. Yeah, because he went to 0. Marcus would have got you a security back, or memory back. So you're at 1, and then Ice will go back to 1 on the other side. All right. Draw for turn. A Beelstar here would be kind of good. Should be able to pop the BlackWarGrey. Going into the Songbirdmon. I haven't seen that guy in a minute. Yeah, there's the Beelstar, though. It is the Soundbirdmon. All right. And popping the Metal Gray. Assumedly. So there should be a fly bullet way down there. Yeah. And there he goes. Passing 4. Single Agu on board. All right, another Agu there. Man, these Agumon players, these BlackWarGreymon love their max rarities. A lot of... You can make this deck for, I guess, probably the most expensive card in the deck is the Tie Tamer, if I was to guess. The rest of the deck is like under $50. But you can make this deck as expensive as if you want it. There's a lot of Agumon promos that are printed many different times and many different rarities. You can do whatever you want. All right, swinging there. And it is a missed memory boost, so you do have that come into play. And with 1 security left too, you kind of are at the whim of your opponent. Especially with the Soundbird in hand. Oh, yeah, sorry. The Koromon, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you're doing minimum rarity, what would the cost of the deck be? Yeah, Chimeramon, all right. And yeah, that is game 1. Game 1 for Andres. Yeah, the Koromon's definitely probably one of the most expensive art, but some of those Agumon ones are kind of expensive too. So I'm wondering, but if you did min rarity, those Koromons are like 5 cents. And I think it's like how much are the ties right now? Ties are $12. Yeah. Chimera, I guess Chimera is about the same price. So between the ties and the Chimera, it's 12. So what, 50 a playset? So $100 if you have a playset of both. But I don't think you play a playset of both. But yeah, those two are probably the bulk of the list. BlackWarGreys are a little bit cheaper now. Yeah, and we'll have to see. All right, starting us off, we do have the Digivolution into, I believe that's a Soundbirdmon or an Impmon. I can't tell I think it's Soundbirdmon. And then going to Scatter, just hard passing the 4. All right, red memory boost. Looking at top 4, finding the Greymon, but no rookie still. That's quite rough. I mean, it's the only thing you can get. You can't get the Agus. Yep, getting the Greymon. I guess you can get the BlackWarGrey. That's right. Sorry, it's red-black. Yeah, I think the Greymon is the way to go. Man, those Tamer Party Greymons are expensive too. That Greymon, I guess, I forgot how much that guy is. The Judge Pack Greymon's 160? No way. Tamer Party Pack is 20. The Starter Deck one is 16, which is how much a Starter Deck MSRP is. Dang. And playing the Marcus to pass again. Swinging with the Soundbird, popping a Happy Bullet Showering there to gain the extra memory. And we hit into another Greymon. So it does die. And popping another one, so we've got 2 7-cost options in there. That one does die. All right, Eismon does perish. And looking at top 3, you have to discard 2. So discarding a Fly Bullet, so now you have 3 in there. And an Impmon. And hard casting an Impmon for 3. Go to 1. And then a Mist Memory Boost. Which I guess you should have done that first. All right, discarding 2. So all your Happy Bullet Shatterings are happily in your trash, and then drawing 1. Passing 3 there. Oh yeah, keep that. Yeah, you got it. You got it. All right, well, thinking that I'm upset I don't have a rookie, probably. That's the no mulligan curse. I haven't commentated a no mulligan tournament in a while, but it is rough not seeing that. So popping the boost, go to 5, hard casting an Agu or a Greymon to Digivolve on top of it, maybe. Yeah. Okay, and then there is the EX Greymon, Metal Greymon. If it swings, you get to pop the Impmon, but I doubt it will live that long. And draw for turn. Go into Demimera. Soundbird there. Swing with Imp. It does have blocker. So it does die. 1, 2, 3. So it's Volt Swarmer in there. But I mean, if you got a Beelstar, you just hard cast that puppy. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would cost 7. So your opponent would be set to 4. You pop your boost to set them to 3, but yeah, I believe that is the play. So you pass them to 4, you play Fly Bullet. Yeah, whatever. You discard whatever. It pops it. And your opponent is now at 4 with nothing. Because you even, like, that's, you know that if you hard cast something, that they will have options to pop it after that. All right, Gray for 5, passing the 1. All right, swing in with Soundbird, using the effect to discard something. Oh, discarding nothing. So just swing in, hitting into a, ooh, all right. So that pops it regardless. You do get the draw 1, discard 1. Swing with Beelstar, hitting to an Agu. Pop in the boost. Go to 3. Are those both 5K? I think they are, right? And so you can Happy Bullet Showering. Or you can Jolt Shormer anyways. But yeah, you get to just pop the board. Yeah. Will you get his rookie? No, huh? Man, it's so unfortunate to see the bricking again. Oh, there he is. He got his rookie. The game has started. All right, Greymon for 2. Metal Gray there. And double swing with Beelstar. Make sure to hatch first in case any tricky business comes out. And that is the game. All right, Andres takes it in 2-0 with the Beelstar. Cody's turn. So he does have the dual tamer, the Ken Davis. He does have a Vmon and raising. He goes into his own Lydramon for 2. And he will swing, get to see if he gets the armor purge. And he does not. It's a 4K Stingmon. And then another Vmon for 3, passing 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and finding another dual tamer. He has his. He personally just has. Oh no, his camera's backwards. Is that right? I guess his camera's just backwards. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess his camera's backwards. Okay, because I'm like, oh, is he taking from his? Is he looking at the top 4 of his security? But no, it's just backwards. At least it's backwards for me. I think stream is probably fine. Right, raising the Lydramon. No, you could hard cast a Stingmon and do your fun Imperialdramon plays, which will get rid of their Vmon, and then you can swing twice into the Lydramon, clearing your opponent's board, as well as potentially hard casting a Digivolving into an Imperialdramon from there. But the fact that he's yet to do that means he probably does not have that play available to him. Now you can't even hard Digivolve into Imperialdramon unless you have a Hammer Spark, and then you can at least double swing into the Lydramon. Oh, okay, there we go, Stingmon. Okay, just double making sure you want to do it. Unless this is Dino B. No, Imperialdramon. All right, get rid of the Vmon. Yep, goes to the bottom deck, and then you can just double swing. You believe you get to draw 2 for doing this too. Imperialdramon. I've heard it both ways. All right, I will never ever say that I am the authority on how to pronounce things, but I've definitely heard that one both ways. Promise. I'll still say I'm wrong, but at least a lot of other people are wrong too. All right, looking top 4 and only finding the Ken Davis tamer off that and passing 3. All right, there's an Upa. Like, how can it... All right, going into another Ken Davis for 4 after doing the Vmon there. If you have another Lydramon, you can go up to... You essentially start at 5 memory next turn if you push it up. But you also might not get another turn, so... Oh, a third one. Okay. Guaranteed to start at 4 memory next turn. Right, going into the Vmon. This matchup is so easy. I just say they Digivolve into Vmon, and I'm right at least half the time. And I know how to save Vmon. So 8K, no jamming. Swing again, baby. Another Vmon. I can just say you hit into Vmons most of the time too, and you're still right, like half the time. Yeah, the fact that they kept swinging means that they probably didn't find an Imperialdramon still. All right, looking top 3 for a free. There he is. There's the boy. Yeah, he's just gonna get that Digivolve for 3. They will be passing 6. Do you swing with the other Vmon? Probably not. Oh. Oh, baby. All right, the Lydramon and the Stingmon, which you'll go into another. And keep off swinging, baby. Still lives. And just passing there. Oh, no, sorry. Swing again. Drawing again. Still Ankylomon. He swung the Vmon that could. He tapped the Vmon that could have swung. Oh, but that is fine because you're going to Magna. It has nothing in there, so just a 7k blocker. But I'm pretty sure this is a spell in a turn. And by turn, I mean game 2. So you go up to 5. You got 1 security. Your opponent has literally 5 swings next turn, if not 6, with, say it with me, Pyildramon on board, going to Lydramon for 2, being able to rest the Magnamon. Yeah, unless you got like, you just have so many cards. Like Daniel has so many cards in hand because you've procced that Stingmon like 7 times. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, that almost does something. This almost does something. All right, Chimeramon. You are 2 colors, so you can -2 the Vmon. And then they go to 3. And unless you hit a Hammer Spark in there, you are fine. And if they have a Hammer Spark in hand, which they have like half their deck in there, all right, draw, swing, pay 2, Hammer Spark 1 time, baby. Nope. All right. And game 2, it is. Oh yeah, that's right. It is 4 colors. Yeah. So it did get the 12k boost, but that didn't really. Because you have swung over. I guess you could have swung over the Magnamon, right? Then. Actually, with -4k and the boost, you could have swung over the Imperialdramon. Not that I don't think any of that mattered at that point, but you could have done a little bit more board clearing. Because I guess if you swung into the Magnamon, you would have cleared it because it still have the -4k and then pop the thing underneath. I will say in this deck, the DNA armor, there's not as much of not as many things with 8k or more that can trade with that Pyildramon. So you are somewhat safe. But yeah, I think it did like 4 damage all by itself, which is pretty absurd. All right, we have Upamon. And just a hard cast of Ankylomon for 4. Not the start you want to see. Meanwhile, okay. All right, Davis for 4. All right, well then they just draw 2, including a Vmon, and now they have the Pyildramon. All right, Stingmon for 2, passing 2. All right, you found a rookie, which is nice. And Hardcast the Vmon for 3. You'll be passing 1. And you get any of your multicolor ones. You get 1 more, right? Because that's the top 4. Search for multicolors. And you just search 1 more, right? Yeah, there we go. All right. Still getting the Shikuamon, but you do have to search top 4. So the armor one is more of the mid-range. So it has like the Shikuamon for removal, and also the what is it? The dragon? No, the fighter mode. Fighter mode also has like removal aspects for it. So I would say like the Imperialdramon. This isn't like the rush build of it. Oh, all right, sneaky. So doing the Lobomon for 2, so you can do the DNA evolution, which means you can get rid of the Ankyomon, which means you can't go into Shikuamon immediately next turn. But no protection. Swinging, get the restand Lydramon, so you're fine. And I think you don't chance it from here. If you have Imperialdramon, you just play it now. Even if it's just the fighter mode, I think it's pretty difficult to get rid of it once you're in this spot. Swinging again. Ooh, all right. He got greedy and he got punished for it. All right, now this is the chance that Mitch has been waiting for. So just playing another Davis, passing 4, and getting only the Dino B to hand. All right, Lydramon, however you want to say it. He's for 2. You can swing in. If it dies, you just get another. Wait, why'd he draw? Why'd he draw? Upamon should not have gotten the draw. Oh no, from the Vmon. That's right, from the Vmon. Vmon, not the Upamon. And then you could do like a thinking. Swing in there. Into X Vmon. And then Magna for 3. Drawing 1, passing 3. And he's got 1 armor in there, 2 armors. So it's an 11k. All right, jamming V. And we're thinking. Yeah, if you beat like their first big stack, Imperialdramon usually has a hard time making another one. Like they have to invest a lot to get that second one back out. And oh, okay, passing 1 with the Cannon and Davis, which is fine, I think. All right, Digivolving into Vmon for 1. Which means they could start at 4 memory next turn. You could do a couple plays. Monomon is a 7k right now, so you could swing in, and if it does die, you get the armor break. And then you can maybe restand depending on what you go into. You could also just go into Shivamon to get four markers, or 4 security, and pass them over to 3, then 4. Oh, an Aandroidd passing 3. Okay. That does mean to me that if they aren't able to get rid of this Aandroidd, there's some big plays, big DNA plays going on next turn. All right, Reupload for 2. Resting the Mastemon. Still a 7k. Now, if you have a Hammer Spark into Stingmon, it's probably game over. You've got Hammer Spark and you got Stingmon. Yeah, that is probably it. You can just clean up the Mastemon. I think they should have put the Anklo in. I don't know. Ooh, Chimeramon. Okay. So you're 3 colors. So -3 to everything. Which means that if you pop the Mastemon, you get your... Yeah, if you pop it, then your Vmon dies underneath it. Oh man. Okay, well. Okay, going into Imperialdramon to rest it, and then Cannon Davis restands it. You play your 2 dudes. All right, swings over Mastemon. It dies. Then you go into Imperialdramon. All right, this is looking like a game. All right, yeah, puts at the bottom, swings. It's another Aandroidd. Swing again. Paladin mode, so it does die. But it does have jamming, never mind. It has jamming this time around. Yeah, I would just... Hammer Spark, and then another Imperial. Okay, and a Vmon passing 2. Yeah, I think this is it. What has Rush? The Imperialdramon, since it's a DNA Digivolve, it gets around it. So it can still swing. Anytime you DNA Digivolve, it's a new Digimon that's allowed to swing immediately if you need to. All right, Shivamon for 4. Recovery 1. Yeah. But unless it's like, even if it's like double Hammer Spark, you're still not great. All right, it's fine. Swing again. Davis. Oh, that would have been a great for security. Man. All right, and that is the game. As a game with 30 left. We'll have to find another one, but we do have that 2-0 for Imperialdramon. Passing turn. We are setting up, so we are switching to it very quickly. But looks like an easy to clear board though for this yellow hybrid. Yeah, we had to. We started a smidge late. Yeah, there we go. We had to set it up. So thank you again. I said this earlier. If it was just me, I'd be like panicking. So thank you to Brian for being the production team today and helping me out and saying everything else, so I can just talk a little bit more. in a little bit more focus. Oh, and just the hard pass, so no Rapidmon. So getting the read that there's no Rapidmon, because otherwise you could just clear this board super easily. And that Gazi's going to do a little bit of work too. All right, swings in. Eismon lives because it is a Patamon. Susanamon will kill the Beelstar. Gazi swings in. It dies to a Sala. One security left already. Dang. 5 minutes into the round. Playing an Impmon for 3. Discarding a Kikaida's Breath to put a Beelstar back in hand. Now, they're going to get 6 additional memory next turn and yellow reinforced memory boost. So there's a lot. Analog Youth for 2, looking top 3, getting the Beelstar and dropping the Kikaida's Breath. So going to 4, 8, 7. Sorry, 4, 6, 7. So additional 5 memory off both TK, Kari's, and the Cody. And again, if you need to pop that reinforced memory boost, you can. Now, if you have Rapidmon, you obviously can push up the Pata, go into Rapid, and clear the board. All right, Salmon's going to swing first, though, into security, hitting into a missed memory boost, so it does live, unfortunately, for Eric. Yellow Jet Sophie to recover, go up to 2. Then Ophanimon for 4 to go to 3. And you can pop the reinforced memory boost if you want. It's 3 security to 4 right now, so you'll still have less. And again, this is round 6, and both players are undefeated right now. You see that TK in hand. Swing it into security, hitting another mat. So going down to 3 and 3. So you don't get your TK Kari's next turn, which is an interesting choice. Unless they start swinging, which they probably will. Oh, and they use the TK Kari's, both of them, to pop the Impmon. Popping the reinforced memory boost for 3, and then just going to Susanamon for 7 to pop the Eismon. Eismon will look at the top, or draw 3, discard 2. That deck is already getting quite thin. Popping a Fly Bullet and another Kikaida's Breath. Drawing for turn. All right, I believe he has about 10. So a Beelstar would only cost 2 to play right now. All right. So trades in there. They get the recovery. Beelstar for Kikaida's Breath to put it back in hand, which is quite good. Fly Bullet can't get rid of it. Ooh. Another for 1 to play, assumedly, the Nailbone. Yeah. I haven't played Beelstar until, yeah, like BT, I guess BT6. Was it? Yeah, BT6. I haven't played it in a long time. You can Kikaida's a Susanamon, right? Or is it only level 6 or lower? Right? Okay, cool. Yeah, you can. Yeah, because Flybolt only pops a level 6 or lower. All right, cool. No Red Musketeer option. It does not seem like there is one. A Gazi for 3, passing 2. All right. Rapidmon would still be somewhat impactful right here. All right, Wyvern's Breath for 6. Popping the Gazi. Or popping... Yeah, popping the Gazi. Okay. Last egg there. So you could potentially win with a nail bone right here. So Zoe getting a Kazimon. Probably swing the Eismon next. Oh, okay. Beel is fine. Omni is fine. That's fine. All right, you need to... Yeah, I don't know if I've seen a promote in there, though, yet. Deathclaw for 1 to pop the eyes mode. Okay, yeah, if you have a scatter, if you have a promote and a regular Eismon in hand, you win. You're just missing a promote. Promote is what would really seal it for you. Oh, discarding another Beel is interesting. Okay, there's another one. With Nailbone, it's free. But no promote unless it's in hand. Now they're going to start at 5 memory. Another Gazi. And Ice Wall. Okay. Well, I think you're still good, but man, not being able to finish this turn really stinks. Really, really stinks. All right, Zoe for 2 to go into Zephyr. Jet Sophie for 1, recover 1. Ofani for 2, recover 2, and I think this is all she wrote, but we'll see. Raise. Swing with Beelstar. Swing with Beelstar. Swing with anything. All right. All right, that is game 1. Game 1. So Thomas takes it so far, game 1, going into that game 2. And I think there's quite a few adjustments that can... I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what happened for Eric. Not seeing that Rapidmon really stunk. I think not seeing that probably cost him a game because he... Thomas made a decision. Okay, I'm going to play a bunch of rookies. If they have it, they don't. But that was his choice. And like, yeah, I like the blue in the Beelstar list a lot. Ice Wall at 1 is a funny little tech. Cactus Breath gets rid of a lot of things, and I think it's a good card. Imagine if like Chaos Degrade cost 7. Like, whoa, that would have been a fantastic card for this list too. Not that this deck really runs yellow at all, though it could run like a TK Kari, I think, pretty easily. All right. Yeah, it all kind of just depends on. I think the Beelstar was able to just find it built its trash really well, and since its release, there have been a lot of tiny optimizations and like additions to the deck that aren't like direct support, but it does help the deck out a lot. Now, if this plays against Chance's list with the Avenged Kidmon, I can't imagine like how devastating that would be. And I no doubt, like there have been so many Beelstars today that no doubt that Chance has just played against the list and been able to get the hit with it. All right, and so here we go. I would assume that Eric will want to go second, but we will see what the decision is. And we are starting off. What's at where we're at it? What's at table 7? So table 7 is the pair down. It is Imperialdramon versus Mastemon. That's also playing an Avenge Kidmon. Spoilers. All right, swing in with the promote. They're just. I looked over for like a second, and they have blitzed their way through. They're playing the analog kid, passing 2, then 1, and then 2 more to get to 3. And yellow memory boost is there, and the Cody's there too, which means you have a lot of potential for a lot of memory these next couple turns. All right, and another one. And another one. All right, Kazimon to top of secure. Oh, okay, never mind. Interesting. I would have put Kazi in security in case I had a Zoe. Because they probably don't want to swing, because if they swing, they give you 4 memory next turn. Oh man, Dan is already submitted 2 of 1 at table 1. Oof. All right, Miss Memory Boost, putting a Beelstar and a Flybolt into your drop area, which you like to see. It's so Ginkuo can't. Well, both don't die. See, look, there's a Zoe in hand. He showed me. I mean, I guess if it's to prevent a Eismon scatter mode, but Kazuya's 5 promotes a 6K, I believe, right? Playing with Zoe, passing 3. Still a lot of memory on that side of the board. Dracomon for 1, getting the Death Claw, and then playing the Death Claw, just past 1. Just paying 4, pass your opponent back to 1. All right, up to 2, up to 5, rapid, finally. It's in the deck. And swinging to security, and another analog. 1, 2, 3, getting, I guess, getting the Zwart. Okay. And then another Zoe. Still nothing. Could have been a Kazimon in there, I'm just saying. Could have been a Kazimon. I gotta say, even though like not all of the, no, I'll say I think this has probably been my favorite meta in this game in a hot moment. There are a lot of very, very cool and fun decks that I like to play. I think BT7 was good, but I think this meta is just a little bit better. It has pretty much all the good decks from BT7, but a lot of interesting things. I know there's a lot of yellow hybrid. I know that there's a lot of Imperialdramon, but like there's a lot of decks and variety. It wasn't too difficult to find different decks today, and I've been really enjoying this format a lot more than I thought I would, which is really cool. All right, swing in, hitting the Gabu, living, and I believe just passing a solid 3 after the Cody. All right, Eismon is up. Let's see. Yeah, true. I do miss Cherubi. Cherubi was a lot of fun. I did like that deck. So Cherubi can still win. Yes, I agree. And my only thing is that I think if you were to play a Cherubi deck, there are just decks that do the same thing but better. So why are you playing Cherubi, right? That is kind of like the issue that I've kind of seen with it. All right, for 3. Passing 3, you get a Scatter and a Gauzy. But those... okay. If he's got another Rapidmon in hand, it's over. In my mind. I could be wrong. But it seems like it'd be pretty over. But also, if your opponent has 3... Okay, you're 1 memory away from being able just to do 3 hybrids and swing for game. Oh, but no. Okay, just swinging in. Okay. Popping the one to the lowest. Okay, killing the Pata. Yeah, never mind. You have enough security. Just keep swinging it. Wait. That was the exact same Kaustinen, right? Oh, Kakai's Breath. That's right. Okay, sorry. I thought it was... I missed it. I missed it. I just thought return to hand without seeing what it hit in security. My bad. You're good. But yeah, that's it. You just rush security with hybrids, and that's... If you get that with yellow hybrid, there's not a lot that purple can do. They have a couple blockers in the deck, but yeah. Yeah. Yes. All right, so we are here at game 3 then. And I think that's like the big thing about hybrid decks, because with the... And that's why, like, I think blue hybrid will almost always be a somewhat... Like, it's in the foreseeable future, unless something changes with how hybrids work, the idea of the deck will always have some sort of strength in the meta. Being able to essentially... Like, with the amount of tamer interaction going on right now, which is still very little, we go from there. Yeah, imagine if that was like the only hybrid in hand that he could have gone into. Like, that is absurd. Imagine if he didn't have any hybrids and use based on that. Yeah, but I think there's not... Yeah, if tamer hate exists as much as it does right now, blue hybrid will almost always be a deck, because the way it wins is that you just get up to 8 memory and then you just keep swinging, and then if you do that, you win. All right, going into Pata, into TK. That's a really good start. Into a Rapid. Okay, so just showing that, you know what? You better not play a bunch of rookies, because I will just pop all of them. Getting a Gabumon in the back. Going into an Eyes for 2. And hopefully playing a Tamer for 5. Or for yeah, okay, for 4, passing 2-3. We do still have... Man, this game's been going a lot faster than I thought. We're already on game 3, and we're not even halfway through the round. So Zoe for 3. Oh, man, and Chance has been defeated. Chance is done. I really like that deck. I thought I could go all the way. I think he's still obviously in the way, but he's just not undefeated anymore. Let's see. So Wyvern's Breath pops it. I think BlackWarGrey is fine. The only issue with it is that it just kind of still suffers like the red issue of where if it works, it works. But if it doesn't, you just have a bunch of like level 6s in hand and you can't do anything with it. Oh, and there's the Eismon right there. Analog for 2. Finding nothing, but that is fine. You get a Walt Schwarmer into your discard, or into your trash. Yeah, I think that's like what it is. Like BlackWarGreymon makes a really big body, and it's a good card. Don't get me wrong. Oh, interesting. He didn't add the Eismon back. I would have put the Eismon back in so you could discard and play it again, maybe? I don't know. I'm on this side of the table. What do I know? Ghazi for 3 passing. So that yellow memory boost doing nothing. All right, doing the Jet Sophimon, the play everyone loves. But yeah, if yellow hybrid's playing against a deck that doesn't have any recovery, chances are that it will just keep doing like one of swings, putting you down to like three or two, and then once you're at 2 security, they can just end the game in 1 turn. Like they can end this game with 4 memory if you have a rookie in raising, which is not too hard to do. Okay, popping the miss memory boost. I think here's what I think would be a good way to fix the issue. If you have a rookie that has an effect such as Digimon, maybe it's even like a counter tamer, but a card that just says something like Digimon cannot attack the turn that they are brought from the raising area, or are Digivolve on top of a tamer. Maybe that's too specific if I hate. But having like that kind of interaction, I think, would be goodish. Because Blue Hybrid has very little removal for that kind of stuff. Or it could just be like if a Digimon is Digivolved on top of a tamer are brought out, you just gain 2 memory. Like we already kind of have that with the Digimon Emperor. I think if we had something like that specifically for hybrid cards, it'd be less of a thing. All right, Deathclaw. I mean, yeah, we can play Argomon. All the tamers come and rest, and it just kind of stays like that. But I don't think we're that much of a meta. Yeah, we're deep enough in the tournament. We started talking this earlier, but I think yeah, if Jet Sophie was just limited to you can't recover past 5 or 3. A lot of people say 3. I think 5 is fine. But yeah, if the fact is like when you go from like 6 to 7 security with Jet Sophie, then it gets kind of ridiculous, right? And I don't know. I don't even know if like having a game change where like there's a hard limit to only 7 security or something like that. Those are just like ideas, but I don't know. Yeah, if they had like an Avenge Bookmon kind of thing. Yeah, because like most cards have like thing like Shakuamon, you can only go up to 6 security with it, but it has a really good effect with it too, right? Yeah, and they have yet to errata cards. They've kind of like, I don't think errata is the right word. They've like clarified cards, like a Delicate Plan has a bit of a difference there, that it's only security cards. But they've had some erratas, not a lot, but they've had a few. But I would say they were more of translation issues than necessarily balance changes. Okay, going into the Zwart defeat. Probably popping the TK because then they don't get any. Oh, popping a Cody. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, because you could prevent them from going up to 3. Kazemon probably going for the swing. Hitting into Kakai's Breath. Oh, that is such a bad synergy for this. That's like the second time that's happened. Should X2s drop? Nah, keep at it. You can still get top 32. And top 128 still get something too. Eismon hitting to a Sala. So it lives. That's unfortunate. Dark Claw for 1. Drawing 3, discarding 2. Nailbone. Oh, sorry, doing the other discard. You've gone through so much of that deck already. My goodness. If you still don't have what you need. All right. Swing with... I think there's 12 in there, so Beelstars are free. Swing with the defeat. It's a very dead Patamon. So you need to get a blocker out, or they just win on board with 2 hybrids. Actually, no, they don't. They don't. Oh, Darkness Claw for 1. Oh, Calling from Darkness to add 2 Beelstars to hand. And then you can do Analog Youth. You can do Analog Youth to gain the memory, right? Don't forget the Analog Youth. Yeah, Analog Youth, baby. Okay, well, he did. That's fine. Because you could have procced. I doubt you ever proc Analog Youth in this deck, but it could have happened. Okay, Ghazi. And an Eyes. And then another one. Play another Nailbone. For another Ghazi and a Promote. Don't swing Promote. It's a trap. Ice Wall for 1. Yeah. I guess this doesn't matter. Goes to 3 anyways. There's a Vilemon. And for 3 memory, because Cody's aren't involved. Yeah, imagine if you pop that TK then. You could just send him to 1. Yeah, he'd have a baby in the back too. Yeah, I agree. Kaze for 2. You can Jet Sophie for 1, and then Ofani for 4. You pass 4, but then you have 5 security. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings. Oh, Zephyr to dig a little bit deeper. You lose 2. You block to trade. Ice Wall, you lose 2. You go to 3. All right. And we'll see what's in that security. Right, swing with Eismon first. I think you have 3 or 4, so it's a chunky boy. Susanamon, so it dies anyways. Swing the Promote. Ooh, okay, swing Ghazi. Wyvern's Breath to pop the other one, and you swing for game. There we go. All right, Thomas takes it with Beelstar going 6-0 so far today. Only a couple more. Whew. And we're getting it set up. So Dan is on the bottom with Chris on the top with, again, Chris using blue hybrid with Dan running Imperialdramon. Hatching the Upamon here. Going into the Vmon. We have the X Vmon for 2, passing 2. We have the Kaiomon going into Shyakumon. And then thinking. Davis for 4, passing 2. Finding a Korikakumon, and that will be the turn. And Dan is now in think position. You can play your own Davis here for 4. That means you'll have enough memory to play Stingmon for 3. Yeah, that is the play. So passing 3, looking at the top 4, seeing a Vmon, so you can get any 2 boys you want, pretty much. Imperialdramon looks kind of nice. The fighter mode looks kind of nice. Even like you get 2 of these 3, essentially. So going for the fighter and going for the Imperialdramon. And passing there. All right. Oh, thinking. If you raise it, there's a pretty good chance that it will get hit this next turn. Boko for 3, looking at top 5, seeing a couple hybrids, but no tamers. You can get any hybrid in there. So looks like the Beowulfmon. And then playing a Sword Joe, passing 4. Raising up. Swing with the XV. Drawing 1, hitting a Howling Memory Boost. And then thinking from there. Looks like, yep, still on for 4, or for 3, sorry. Passing from 4 to 1. Doing the good old DNA Digi. Going into Peildramon. Bottom decking the Boko. Drawing the 1. You do now have a jamming Peildramon. So swinging. Draw 1. And you have the memory 1. Goes into Bayo. And then you can swing again and get another draw, which is the case, going down to 2 cards in security. Should be 2. Yeah, not 3. Right, because 1 with the XVmon swing and then the 2 Peildramon swing, so that should be 3. He's saying how much damage he's done. And then playing the Davis and Ken to pass. Swinging into security, removing 2 sources, so the Upa and the Sting. Getting a draw and another Davis Ken. And you do have the Howling Memory Boost in the back too. Yeah, if the Imperialdramon lives, you have a minimum of 7 memory next turn. Boko for 3. Finding a Davis, Tommy, and no other hybrids from there. Brings up the Davis to a Kumamon, getting the draw, getting rid of the the EX Vmon down there. Swinging into security. Hitting into Megadeth. What do you want to put back in hand? You could put Boko back into hand. Nothing like super duper good. Probably the Boko in hand. I don't know though, because any of these cards, like you get value just being able to play them again. Definitely suspend the Boko. And then put the Shyakomon. Do you not get to suspend? Do you on play? I guess it don't matter. Imperialdramon can't swing either way. And then you've got 7 memory, my dude. Whew. The dream. Yeah, if you're able to just hard cast a... you might have enough memory just to make a new Imperialdramon for freeze. Or like even doing like a 5k Dragon mode Digivolve to pop the Boko is kind of good too. If you have a Lobo in hand, you can hard cast the Lobo, or Digivolve the Lobo into hard casting like a Rydramon. Just thinking a lot of things you can do with that much memory. All right, playing the Betamon. So those Howling memory boosts cannot be popped, but never mind. Rydramon for 2. Now you could Digivolve for 1, or oh no, he's still fine. Yeah. Hammer Spark for 3. Okay, then you can play a Stingmon here. Yeah. All right, we're back in it. All right, DNA, which does refresh your swings. Putting the Boko to bottom, and you do not have jamming. I'd be tempted just to swing the Imperialdramon into the Kumamon, and then if you have a Dragon mode in hand, you hard cast the Rydramon and the Rydra and the Rookie to the Modeka Betamon, so you can't get the boost from the Howling memory boost. Hammer Spark up to 1. Ice Wall for 1. Okay. Swinging into security. Hitting a Strabi. You're fine. Swinging again. Hitting a Betamon. All right, you're in a good spot now. Hidden. Oh my gosh. HDP. Playing the Dragon mode. And swing for game off the Ken and Davis, getting the restand. Whew. And Dan is so good at these decks. It is no surprise that he's undefeated so far today. All right, so we have our game 2 coming up, and I'm trying to just think about what can the change be for the blue hybrid. Not a lot. It looked like he was just kind of bricky and getting a little bit unfortunate with like his Bokos. And obviously, if you would have gotten more tamers and security, they would have been a lot of more free resources for you, especially for all those jamming swings that Dan was able to get with them. So it'll be interesting to see what the changes are for these upcoming parts. All right, 5 and 5. Yeah, it was the Reupload was on the beta mode though, right? Reupload. That's 3 green. Yeah, so if he did Digivolve on top of Betamon, he couldn't have done that. Yeah, that was a miss. You should not have been able to do that. As for 3 green only. Yeah, that was a miss. That was an illegal play for sure. Hmm. Passing at 3. Yeah, it's accepted from there. And I mean, not to like give Dan an excuse, but most of the time in these decks, you're always just digivolving for 2 on top of a VMon. So I understand like why it's like an auto doing that, but it 110% was an illegal play. You should not have been able to do that on top of the Betamon. All right, V for 3. Finding any of those that aren't a tamer. No, yeah, any of those that aren't a tamer. All right, and Digivolve for 2 with Stingmon there. Stingmon can Digivolve on top of anything for 2. Blue or green, rather. So that you can do. Right. And hitting into a VMon there. And howling for 3, passing 1, and if you push up the XVmon, it will be for 2, which means that you can't, unless you have like a Hammer Spark, you're in a good spot. I mean, what are the chances of that, right? Hammer Spark went to Stingmon. Probably pretty low. Probably pretty low. But like cool play, no, it has to be green, going from a green for hidden potential discovered. So swing XVmon in. Lives. Hammer Spark for 1. Stingmon for 3. Imperialdramon for free. Oh, it's Chimera. Interesting. That still will be a minus 3k there, so you can swing over it. Well, that's the thing, though. Yeah, Raid can't Evo from Madoki. That's the issue. Because it digivolves on top of a green level 3. All right, Paladin mode. You can use Ken and Davis if you want to restand them, which you do. And that's a chunky board for 4. Think about evoing on top of the Tommy. You have 4 memory this turn, up to 6 with the boost. Kurikaku for 2. Stunning probably the XV. Oh, the Stingmon. Interesting. I mean, if you swing, you get to stun the other one. Okay, Beowulf for 1. Oh, because you want to get rid of the XV. Swinging. Thinking about swinging. Yeah, swing, putting the Kurikaku back into hand to put the XV back into hand. And in security, it is a Lydramon, so it does live. Another Tommy for 3, getting the bomb source from the Imperialdramon. Oh, sorry, bottom 3 sources, right? Yeah. So keeping Chimeramon, and then you could do a Howling Memory Boost right here to which is the play. And now both are stunned. Now you do go to 5 though with the Tamer, which means that you can just hard cast that XV and go into your things again, which will probably be the play. All right, going into a Vmon there. Okay, Vmon for 2, or for 3. You can Digivolve the XV on top, get the extra draw, you get extra memory for doing the restand. Yeah, which is what happens. Okay, Pyodramon. You'll be able to swing into the Bayo, untap, draw 1, untap 1 with the V. It does have jamming as well. Swinging again into security, getting another draw from Stingmon. Boko, so you're fine. I'm still surprised that Stingmon's not once per turn. That doesn't make sense to me. How's it not once per turn? And XV in the back too. All right, bring up the Shyakomon, the clam, going up to 3. Use the Tommy for 2. With Kumamon to get rid of the source there. You can swing with Kumamon to stun the Imperialdramon. Oyster, that's true. Oyster is different from claims. All right, swinging in, stunning the dragon mode, hitting into a Davis. So it does live. Getting only an Xvmon. Now you can swing. Yeah, probably swing there. That one dies. You can do like a Howling Memory Boost here, which kind of helps out a little bit. Ice Wall also kind of helps out a little bit. Not a lot. You're going to 5 memory next turn. All right. Ice Wall helps a little bit, but still not a lot. Hammer Spark. Davis, pass 3, then 5. Which means not dead, but not like not living that much. Dan's gonna leave it there. Oh, you gotta love those Eggman dice. I love those Eggman dice. Shouts to Dan. I mean, you can potentially do 3 damage right here, but I think he's thinking about moving it up, and then he gets this 2 from it. Yeah, we've seen a copy or 2 of Chimeramon from Dan. All right, yep, pushing up, deciding to do that. Has a blue and a green, so the Davis can gives +1 memory for each. You can swing with Pyodramon. You get the restand, and you get the memory, and then you cost 2 from Ice Wall, swing into security. A beta. I mean, double Hammer Spark into Lobomon does win the game if there's no other Hammer Sparks in security. Okay, Sting for that. All right, so you can go into. You're doing an hidden potential. Yeah, it definitely needs to get an out for the Kumamon. Okay. Another Pyodramon to bottom deck it. Okay, you got to be careful here because if you hit into like a Sorojo, you probably lose. So maybe just hardcast a Vmon. Give him 3 and then not a lot to work with. I think the Pyodramon is simply because you needed to have something that could swing next turn that doesn't, that has a lot of sources. You can't stun it. Yeah, Ice Wall was this past turn too. All right, and another Davis Ken for 4. Pass in 3. Beta. Yeah, and then not a lot from there. Yeah, save and return. But I don't, like, you're not set up to win this next turn. And Dan, if one of these 3 survives, starts with 7 memory next turn. Okay, Davis into Korikaku, which does not get the stun because it was not on top of a Tommy, but that was. So you get the Imperialdramon stun. Just can't swing all game. And the pair down 1, so we have a 50-50 chance into yeah, but there it is. All right, Dan takes it. Oh, look at that. The names are already ready. Wow. Shoutouts to Brian. What a guy. What a guy. He almost put the right archetypes, the right names. He did. He did. I think so. Yeah, you're right. You're good. Yeah. But you were nervous, huh? You guys can't hear Brian in my ear, but he was flipping out. He's about to end the stream. He does. He can. He has my stream ID. Maybe here. Let me live. Let me just delete that from our conversation history just in case. Yeah, I'll probably generate a new one. All right. And we have begun round 8, part 1, because you know we're going to have a round 9, which is okay because we're getting paid by the hour, baby. Let's see it. Statistically, we have a 1 in 6 chance of having a battle of the Dans. We'll see. And Dan Vong is not showing confidence on his first hand. Looking at top 4, seeing 2 Hammer Sparks and I guess a Dino B. But those are cards you want in your deck, not the bottom of your deck. All right, there's the Stravi. Maybe it's a 1 in 4. Yeah, it's a 1 in 4. Don't trust me. That was EV math too. Dang. Never do math live. No one, if you get it right, no one will applaud you. And if you get it wrong, everyone will boo you. Or XV into the or EXV into the XVmon. Swing in the Vmon there. Hitting into the Innocence Blizzard, which does nothing. Is that the name of that card? I've seen it like twice. It's new from BT8. It's like it's how you can determine a BT7 versus a BT8 version of Blue Hybrid if they have a tech of one of that card in their deck. Yeah, Innocence Blizzard. Cool. I'm glad that's the name because it'd be really awkward if it wasn't. That's a weird name. Yeah, trash the bottom card, then up to 3 opponents with no devolution cards can attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it doesn't matter if you swing. Yeah, you get over the Vmon with that 3K1. You have 1 memory to work with. 2 if you push the X Vmon up, which is a little tempting. Yeah, Guilty Sunshine is the red version of it. It'd be very... All of your opponents with cards with sources can attack, I guess. All right, you get the card draw from the Demi. You can just like hard Digivolve into a Imperialdramon for 3, past 1, because you do get the restand with the Ken and Davis. That looks like the play. It can be a Chimeramon, it can be a Dino B that we already know is in hand, and that seems to be the case. So Digivolve for 4, and then Ken and Davis for the restand, and then you get the memory back, but it don't matter because he got that Davis out. So pass the 3. All right, and we get the Boko seeing 2 Davises and 2 hybrids, so getting a Davis for sure, and looks like a Kumamon after that. Now you'd probably need to do a Kumamon into a Howling Memory Boost, but if you do that, you do get rid of all the sources underneath the Dino Beamon, and you do stun them, so we'll see if that Howling Memory Boost is there. Oh, never mind. You have the Sword Joe there too. You swing, and then you use the Tommy to stun it anyways. You swing in, and you hit into a Davis. Ooh, okay. That is a fantastic hit. XV, Sting, and you get whatever you want. Dang, that is such a good hit into such a good top decks. That is fantastic. All right, keeping the XV. Probably has a Stingmon in hand. You start with 5 memory this next turn, guaranteed. Unless they get rid of the Dino B. So now I guess not guaranteed. Guarantee is not the right word. And you get a Kumamon, and then one of those 3 tamers, either the Matt, the Sworjo, or the TK, going for the 2-cost Matt and passing with 3, then 5 there. And this is why, like, I think Imperialdramon is so good, and especially these tournaments that have so many rounds, is that it can be just so consistent. There's so many searches that hit like most of your good cards in deck that's very hard to whiff, and sometimes you like super hit what you need. Going into that XV and raising, you can just do a... I mean, they're going to start at 5 memory next turn too. You can hardcast a Vmon, then nothing. If you want to set them to only 3, you Digivolve Imperialdramon on top of the Dino B, but it's just gonna... They're just gonna be able to get rid of sources again. Yeah, Vmon for 3, looking at top 3. That's a whiff, that's a hit, that's a whiff, and that's a hit. So one of the blue-green cards to hand. Which means you can also Digivolve the Dino B into the card, but it looks like keeping the Beelstarmon, Digivolving Stingmon. Oh, really? That's interesting. There's not a lot of removal in the deck, but if they do have the Beowulfmon, you can bounce the Stingmon back to hand. Which just means you'd have to hard cast it. But if it stays out there, you will be able to just do your DNA Digivolve after the X Vmon swing too. All right, Digivolving into the Kumamon to get rid of the Vmon underneath. And getting a whole bunch of memory and drawing 2. Swinging the Kumamon. Oh, no, only 1, because it's a Tommy, not a... The full art Tommy and the... Whatever looks very similar. All right, lives again. The Vmon is stunned. Swinging with the Boko. Swing with the... I mean, you've got 3 cards there. Swing with another Boko. Ooh, all right, that's a boy. Yeah, you can't put the Kumamon back in hand. And hybrid for game. I haven't said it all day, like barely. He's digging. Yeah, there it is. All right, and that is game 1. Going to Jose Salas. Mega Death was almost enough, but that's just the thing. Like when I was playing like Yellow Hybrid more, and it's just like, oh, wait, I just accidentally have lethal in hand because I have 6 memory and 3 tamers and 3 hybrids in hand. Like, it's such a weird deck where you're controlling and then you're like, oh, cool, I guess I won actually. Sorry. Like you don't really recognize like how much chip damage it can do all at once if you just have a bunch of memory, which is interesting. That's part of the reason why blue and yellow hybrid and just hybrid decks in general can be so oppressive. If you have as much memory as you need, you can go off very easily. So like yellow is really good at setting up tamers, and most of those tamers gain you memory. And then blue is great at gaining, just setting up tamers. And again, like it just inherently has a lot of memory abilities with it too. So, and we're going into this game too. Table 2 still playing, no reporting on a win there. Again, if Dan loses on Table 2, this will be the finals for the tournament. And we've got Jose going first, meaning that Daniel is asked to go second, playing a Sora Joe passing, so a not so great start for Jose. See what Daniel gets. Daniel gets a better tamer for 4, finding a rookie, and goodbye Ice Wall, goodbye Davis. It's been fun. All right, put an Ice Wall on top, baby, just in case you get that extra 30 cards deep. Yeah, Sword Joe's better on like turn 2. Turn 1, Davis is always the best. And see, I'm wrong. It's fine. Because now he gets 5 memory, but we know that there's not a lot to do with it there. But looking at Daniel's just his hand movements, obviously not seeing the level 2s, or sorry, the level 4s, because obviously if you had an XV-mon, you just swing with it there. The Kumamon. Oh, there goes Sword Joe, though. All right, Beowulf. Swing, get the Kuma back to hand, get the V-Mon back to hand. Swings into security and hits into a Imperialdramon, so it does live. And just hard casting the Kumamon. Wow. All right, pushing up. All right, for 3, 2, 3. Still no level 5s. Or level 4s. This is game 2. This is game 2. And Jose has won game 1. All right, so just playing the V-Mons there, and they're getting not a lot, and there's a bunch of level 4s. We've seen 3 level 4s in that security. 3 level 4s in the security. This is game 2 with Jose taking game 1, and looking pretty rough for Dan here. Yeah, Howling Memory Boost for 3 to stun one of them. Yeah, probably the one with the inheritable. Yeah. And yeah, rough stuff. There's the V-Mon, you bounce back. like even if you you need like a Hammer Spark into like Digivolving 2. You use 2 level 4s and you can go to Imperialdramon. You need Hammer Spark and the Lydramon. Okay, there's a Lobo for 2. Okay. You need to find a Hammer Spark in either Stingmon or Lydramon. Otherwise, it is pretty over. Okay, there's a Hammer Spark. Oh. Yeah, it is not looking like a Dan versus Dan finals. Oh, don't wanna be the curse, but there are 3 swings with 2 security. Popping the boost in case there is a Hammer Spark in there. There's currently none. There's another level 4. And yeah, his security was what? 4 Stingmons, I think. His security was all level 4s. That is absurd. Not being able to see any of those 4s. Very, very unlucky for Dan there. And that is it for table 1. So Jose is 8-0, currently undefeated. We'll probably just scooch over to table 2 to see how Dan Vang is doing versus opponent Kyle Kemper. Again, if Dan wins, we're going to round number 9, and if he loses, this is it. And we have this is a Swiss only, so we do have top standings, but we do not have a top cut for webcam events. All right, Lydramon passing 1. Oh, but it looks like we see a turn 1 turn 2 Mastemon. Rough stuff. Assuming he finds the pieces. We see pieces 1 and 2. We need to find 2 more pieces. A Masty in hand and a level 5 yellow being played right now. Oh. Okay. Yep. And if there's a chaos mode in the security, then you pop your Tamer 2 and you're sad. Did he go Lobo under Kumamon for 1? He did. I thought he did a Lobo for 2 on top of a Vmon. Right, just a Psychemon. So that does stop the play of being able to play a Stingmon for 1 less, but you do have 6 memories, so that is good. Well, you can only pop the Davis if you get Chaos mode. Mastemon only pops Digimon. Chaos mode's the one that pops Tamers. I do not recall for the Beowulf. No, he didn't put Chaos mode back. He put a Lady Dev back. Yeah. Yeah, I did not catch that if he under and or overpaid for the Beowulf on that previous game. He's at 3 memory. Ooh, Megadeth is a goodie. So for 5, passing back 2, resting the Masty, putting it back in hand, and passing there. That's a solid play. That is a really good reset for what's going on right now. And Megadeth is such a good card. It is very good at times. I mean, it puts the Master back in hand, but sometimes just getting out that level 5s again is so costly, and then it just gives the Imperialdramon player time to set up and start swinging. Another Godamon does help, though. Finding, well, just another Masty, which you definitely did not need because you already had one in hand. I want to give a big shout out to Brian for eating chips without turning his microphone off. Very ASMR. He did it for me, he said. Oh, now the bag's on the microphone. Oh gosh. All right, playing that to rest, assumedly the Gato, be able to swing over it. Yes, that is what happens. And then you can Imperialdramon for free right now. You could also Dino Bee right now as well. You could even Chimeramon right now. And that would pop the Psychemon because you will have 3 colors. It looks like he's just swinging in, no fear, hitting into a TK, little fear, hitting into a fall down. I think also when he was eating potatoes, like he slowly turned up the gain the more he ate it, because it got like, it went from like a whisper to like literally eating in my ear. Ooh, playing the Betamon, passed in 3. So looking like Dan's doing less of a move to go tall, but going wide instead. The TK is such a good hit though, because you can now use Flame Hell Scythe to pop any of these cards, and that is exactly what he's doing. Playing the Gatomon, popping one of the Lydramons, looking top 3 for another Mastemon and something else. So he's got 3 Mastemon and a Lady Dev. Thank you. That was he couldn't hear me, but I think Dan missed it too. So so you got to be able to pop. You got to be able to pop that that card. So you'll have to like Digivolve on top of the beta, and then you can go like Imperialdramon to swing over it. You can't do Lydramon on top of it though. And the thing is, you can't hard cast the Stigmon for 4 with the Psychemon out. So you need a Hammer Spark if you wanted to go that route instead. Though Stigmon can Digivolve for 2 on top of the Betamon too. But I definitely think the best play would be an XVmon right here on top of the beta. You get the swing. Yeah, all right, get the swing. If you're feeling lucky that there's not a Hell Scythe or Chaos Degrade in there. And if you don't feel lucky, you just do the, oh, feeling lucky. Let's see. It is a, not one of those. It is the Lady Dev that we knew was in there. And then we Digivolve on top for a Imperialdramon. So getting rid of the Gatomon. You do have jamming now. You do have 2 swings. Swing 1. Just an 8K. Going into, okay. That's a lad. Thank goodness the Mastemon wasn't out for that. This is game 2, and game 1 went to Kyle Kemper. All right, well, you could go into Imperialdramon right here. Even the fighter mode wouldn't be too terrible. But yeah, you don't want to swing because they know they can... Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, well, it goes away. So no fear. And then you are at 1. I mean, hard casting a Vmon is not a worse call right here. You have 1 security on your opponent's side. Instead, just doing V for 2. All right. If there's a Lobo in hand, you can Lobo for game if they do not recover next turn. All right. Yeah, swung in. Hit the Imperialdramon that we know that was there. All right, he runs Kumamon, maybe. I'm not... I mean, it's good. I don't want to... Who's to say? But yeah, we've seen no Magnas so far. Four, 5, 6, 7. Reinforced memory boost. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well. Passing 3. I would probably expect the XV to move up. Again, if you have a Hammer Spark into Stingmon, you could swing with V. Do Hammer Spark because the Psychemon will prevent the hard cast reduction for the Stingmon. And then go into Imperialdramon and just hope the last security is not a big boy. Oh man, Dan is in that think tank. All right, Davis and Ken to pass 4. Dang. Going up to 6. All right, this is the moment that Kyle was waiting for. So you could do a lot with this. There's no Magna in trash and probably not in security, or he probably would have played it. All right, Gato for 3, drawing 1. We know there's a Lady Dev in there too. No doubt he'll find the Magna here. Drawing 3, discarding 2. If you have 2 Magnas in there, you get to discard 1, and then you can play another one. Also, Chaos Mode we know is in that security. It might have been worth just to move the XVmon up just to make sure that Chaos... I mean, I guess it comes back anyways. Yeah, all right, so if he's got another one. So you could do like a Flame Hell Scythe. Yeah, and we know he's got a lot of Magnas in hand. Ghazi there. To prevent Hammer Sparks next turn. And yeah, Flame Hell Scythe for 4. Passing 4. Recover 1. DNA Digivolve at the end of turn into Mastemon. Draw 1. Put... I don't know. But it don't matter. Don't matter much anymore. Sure, another Masty in there. Just for high DP in case you have a Imperialdramon, not a lot of swing capacity. But we do know the Chaos mode's in there, so it will pop the I would pop the Davis Ken. Yeah, Davis Ken does more right here. Now Dan's at 5 security, and yeah, okay. And 4. Okay, so here's the way out. Swing with XV, play Stingmon for free, go into Imperialdramon, swing, restand, get the hidden... Oh no, you can't. You can't do that because you can't do the hidden potential discovered without the Ken Davis. Ken Davis survived. You could do that. You could get 4 swings in, and they'd all be jamming. But now it's tough. You don't even have a green source out for Mega Death anymore. Another one, okay. And a jamming Vmon for 3, okay. This is last round if Dan loses. Pushes up the Ghazi. So 4 swings with known 5 security and not a lot of cards in Dan's hand. Again, if he's I see the path. That is a good start to that path. That is now in hand. With that, you can get 4 swings off of just going into Imperialdramon next turn. And they are all jamming. Flame Hellscythe doesn't matter as long as it's not the first hit with XV. Imperialdramon. Imperialdramon. However you say it. You know the one. Okay, Chaos. And, ooh, okay. Mega Death to... Oh boy, what do? If you get rid of Ghazi, you have like, yeah, get rid of Ghazi, and then... Does it just rest something, and then you get to choose what you put back in hand? So you could put back a lot of things. You could put back Chaos mode into hand. You could put back Ghazi, so you have memory next turn. And a lot of choices. I think it's Mastemon. Yeah, it is. They still have their yellow source from the TK. Yeah, and it's the choice he went with. Yeah, Massey does prevent like a Hellscythe winning on the spot. But that also puts Magna Angemon into security again. So you can Hellscythe, yeah. There it is. All right. There are still plays, but they are rough. You could clear the board here. Yeah, because having that Mastemon die means that it made it one step harder for you to win. Because I think that was the only Magna in trash. Ooh, Nidhogg to clear board? Oh, I would love that. Nidhogg would be super spicy. Yeah, but he's still deciding if he wants to promote or not. Because he's only got the 3 memory, so when he decides to promote or not, then it goes to the main phase and he goes to 4. All right. Here we go. Swinging it. Hitting a Lady Death. Does not matter. Probably drew for Lady Death for the whatever. Yeah, if Jamming V lived, it'd be in a different spot. Additionally, too, if Dan ties, tournament's also over. He needs to win. And we're in game 2. Okay, Kumamon for 2. Okay. Removing the source from the Gazi. Sure. Swinging security. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Hammer Spark to 3. Playing the Stingmon. No, playing the Vmon. Yikes. There's the Imperialdramon and the Dino B, but it's far too late. Unless he's got 2 more Hammer Sparks in hand, which could be a thing. I don't think he's got it. All right, putting the Imperialdramon. He does have Ice Wall. Okay, Ice Wall would make a difference. But even then, there's 1 Hammer Spark. There's 2 right there. Okay. He's got 2. Okay, there's the Sting. Okay. We're moving. Okay. You can swing once. We know he has the hidden potential, or hidden whatever discovered thingy. That's in hand. We know it. I think he should have Kumamon on top of the Davis, though. Not the Davis Ken. Because you could get like 1 more swing off of doing that. I'm drawing 2. You're fine. All right, hidden potential, whatever, Dulio. Go into Imperialdramon, get 2 more dudes out. Yeah, I think he made a mistake by going over the wrong Davis. He could potentially win right here if he went over the right Davis. Let's say he went over the Ken Davis. Yeah, swings again. Draws 1. Okay. Probably an Ice Wall. Ice Wall doesn't do anything still, though. Sure. Yeah, I think for sure he should have gone over the other Ken Davis. Because you get the untap, you get another swing with this dude, and it's still, I mean, I guess it's not jamming. But you get another swing, and you have blue and green stuff out. Put your opponent to 4. Another Hex Scythe would do a lot. Ironically, if Imperialdramon was 13k, it'd be in a way worse spot. Yeah, all 3 Hammer Sparks are gone. 2 Mega Deaths. Swing 2. Swing 0. Pop the 2 cards you can. And then a Scythe, perhaps. You can even just Masty. Yep. For 6. Pop in the XV. And you don't, oh, you do have another Magna, okay. Yeah, this is looking tough. Okay, well, I mean, you can still like hardcast an XV, go into a Petriform, get rid of the Magna, swing twice, and then have 1 in raising. That will do it. Also, shoutouts to Joe Dobby with the raid. Joe Dobby. I always say it wrong. I always say it both times every time. It means I still get it wrong every time, but one of those times is right. Right, either getting the Vmon or the Dragon Mode to hand. Dragon Mode's good if you don't have one already. Yeah, so it lets you recycle your stuff. But you need that Beelstarmon. Digivolve for 2 over V. Yep, there's the XV. Yep. There, draw 1. Bottom deck, you got 2 swings. Okay, R. You swing once, and then if you hidden potential discovered into fighter mode, you win. No, you don't, because you used the wrong Davis again. If you only had the other one. You just need to do Dragon Mode again. Probably swing 1 more time. Unless you have a 3rd one. If you have a 3rd Petriform, another one in hand, this can be lethal right here. I mean, you can go into Dino B2 and stun one of them. You can stun the Omnimon, so he'd have to crash the Chaos Mode to pop the dude. Okay, passing there. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, he can... If he has a way to get a Black Godomon out, he can rush it, but I don't think it doesn't look like he runs that card. This is game 2, my dudes. So again, if Dan draws, day is over. Kyle took game 1. And hitting the defeat and security has done a lot for Kyle. And you gotta make a move, baby. Is there a clock right? No, it's not. Our clock's off. Time is 0 left. So that is time. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Because we are on the So this is tournament over. Tournament over. Yeah. So, but since it is game 1, wait. Okay, they get to finish. They get to finish turns to see if Dan gets a loss or a tie. Yeah, sorry, our clock was off because our round 1 was off because they got deck checked. So we do have Jose Salas with an 8-0 undefeated run with Blue Hybrid. And this is kind of, if Dan wins, if Dan ties, he can get second. Who else is on? We have another 601, so that is one there. We will have deck list tomorrow morning in 12 hours on my YouTube. I'll be posting 12 hours from now on my YouTube. Hit the button. Hit subscribe. You can do it. It's easy. You get all the top 16 deck lists from today. They will be there. And if you want to see our previous Top Cuts ones, there's 2. And the Origins ones from this weekend should also be on there pretty soon. No, this is it. We are done. No more. All right, sold me. Subscribing. Yes, got one. Finally, after 8 hours. No, sorry, 9 hours. 9 hours of streaming. We got one. Wait, is that Creepymon? Okay, well, swing in there. Popping that. How many cards are left in Dan's deck? Can you mill him out? Oh, you can Calling for Darkness to delete that to pop 1. Yes, the VOD for this tournament should. I'm gonna aim for a week from today. A week from today will be on either my or Stage Zero's YouTube. I think it's gonna be on mine, but Brian can correct me. I may have to buy him out of the rights, but we'll find out. And if you want to see him right now, if you guys want to support me and the stream and get some extra points for giveaways that we do on our regular stream, you can subscribe and it will be there too. All right. Pop, go to 2. And oh no, recovery because you do not have a yellow source. Okay. Well, you could just you don't have Hammer Spark anymore, so do that. Draw 1. Masty, which I think we knew was in there. Sting into Chimera. All right. It's a draw.